enough talents, good enough to get them where they are. You've got Samatex, who have been brilliant. Nations FC have been superb. So Hearts of Oak and Kotoko have got a real job on their hand in making sure that they stay at the very top to compete. They need to crack some of the best talents in the country, because as we speak, the talent is leveled across the landscape, or if you like, the football scape in Ghana.
And then before you go, this game itself, Benin, huge underdogs, but as you said, under 17 level, that's a bit risky. Ghana should win, qualify to the semi-finals. Your predictions?
Listen, under 17 is always difficult to predict, because even the coaches don't know all the players from the opposing side. They've not seen them play enough. So you can only trust in your method as a coach.
Just one game, yeah.
And so they've got the answers to problems that will be thrown at them when games do kick off. So I have a feeling that the Lions boys, the young lads, are going to go on and win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, stay with me, because the countdown has begun on the pitch itself, where the two teams will be coming out very shortly. They've started there. We'll keep an eye on that one. And of course, the national anthems will be played. But commentaries here as well. Prince Annan and Josiah Okokwe are standing by. Before we join them, very, very final words. Hopefully we'll see you at halftime to give us another take on what's happening here.
Yeah. I'm here to enjoy the football. It's not all about winning. It's about seeing the talent that are going to be on earth from the U17 WAFU. And of course, as a Ghanaian, I wish Ghana all the best. May they win this game.
Awesome. Philip Astream is here also to watch the under-17, and they're standing by. They're ready at commentary position. Prince Annan and Josiah Okokwe. Enjoy the first half.
Of junior football made in West Africa. It's the WAFU Zone B under 17 Cup of Nations qualifiers. Coming up is the match between Benin's Young Cheetahs and the Black Starlets of Ghana. Two teams will join us on the field of play. We'll go through the pleasantries of the rendition of both national anthems, and then we will be getting into the game proper. Wherever you are, thank you very much once again for joining us. It's Benin taking on Ghana. It's a must-win game, especially for the Beninois if they are to make any impact in the competition. But for the Black Starlets, they seem to have one leg in the semi-final before the game even starts. So players are on the field, officials are here as well. We'll have the rendition of the two national anthems, beginning with Benin's L'Aube Nouvelle, that is the dawn of the new day.
The national anthem of Benin.
Et maintenant, l'hymne national du Bénin.
Shall we please remain upstanding to walk
Start anthem of Ghana. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Maintenant, l'hymne national du Ghana.
course, the national anthem of the Republic of Ghana. God bless our homeland, Ghana. And after the players go through the pleasantries, we will have the toss of the coin, and then hostilities will begin. With me in commentary position is Josiah Oko-Aye. Josiah, you've seen these two teams up close and personal. What should we be looking out for going into the first 45?
Good football from both teams, especially the Black Starlets.
Before we continue, let's take a look at the Beninois lineup. Just a couple of changes that the Beninois team has made. Coach 𝗭𝗢𝟳 believes that the likes of Zuma Zato, the likes of Pierre Gohun, who are the main key characters in the team, plus their goalkeeper, Kachikolo. We saw some tremendous goalkeeping from him when they played against 𝗨𝟭𝟳 And so the Beninois believe that they are coming into this game with high hopes. And that's the head coach, 𝗭𝗢𝟳. He believes that it's going to be a tough encounter against Ghana, but also believes that the Beninois have a chance. 45 minutes will give us a fair idea of what kind of quality they come into the game with. But for head coach for the Black Starlets, 𝗨 Kingston, is the same 4-3-3 formation, and he's only made one change in the team. We'll take a look at the lineup. That's Benjamin Chivano, the captain of the Black Starlets, and also a player of the Wonder Club Accra Great Olympics. One of the bright prospects for the future, and he's got an opportunity to show exactly what he is made of before he joins his colleagues for the Ghana Premier League. Officials for this afternoon: Said Wali Brahamu will handle the match. Sakina Hamidu will support. We've got two ladies supporting in the officiating today, and that's the Starlets. So Josiah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you look at these young chaps, and they were just, flying high in that game, opening fixture against Côte d'Ivoire, where they put 5 past them. But I believe there's more pressure on them because their head coach after the game spoke about the fact that it wasn't the performance he was expecting from the boys, despite the fact that they put 5 past their opponent. He was expecting more from them. But then for the Beninois, you'll be saying that they were just unlucky to have considered added death against Côte d'Ivoire in their first group stage game. That happened to be Côte d'Ivoire's second group stage game. They were able to hold the fort for 90 minutes, but then unfortunately they cracked in injury time, where it was just so unfortunate for them. But then they come into this game knowing that they have a tight defense, but then they have to win to advance, and they need at least a 1-0 win to advance to the next round. So for Ghana, they are all but in the semi-final of the competition, but then they would also want to improve on that performance, says their head coach. He says they need to prove upon the 5-1 performance against Côte d'Ivoire.
So obviously we're looking at an upstandard performance. That's the expectation, and these are the young lads who've made their journey all the way from Benin, and we've got a few Beninois here at the stadium to support them as well, including a few of the students right here at the university. And for their bench, well, they've got opportune players who will be looking for the right time to be fielded to also show their class. Like I said earlier on, we're bringing you the best of football made in West Africa at the under-17 level. And of course the fans, the groups of various supporters, they are here in their numbers. Of course, not to only give the Starlets the comfort of the support, but also to add glitz and glamour and voice as well to what's happening here. The Beninois will get themselves ready to take off. That's Ghana's goalkeeper, Arma. He's just conceded 1 goal in the competition so far. He's promised that he'll keep a clean sheet here today. Captain for the Beninois team, Angelo, again one of the few brilliant players in the side. We saw his performance against Côte d'Ivoire. And so any moment from now, our center referee would blow the whistle for hostilities to begin. Wherever you are watching us, this is live on Max TV. You are welcome. This is the University of Ghana Stadium. It's Benin taking on Ghana. WAFU Zone B Under-17 Cup of Nations. We're going all the way to the 29th of May, where we'll declare the winner, and the Beninois get us underway. The young cheaters, long floating ball, first opportunity, but well read by the Ghanaians. We're going to see a lot of fighting spirit from the Ghanaians, especially from the fullback, where Bilal Ajevi will show his class, and he's going to combine with the captain, Benjamin Chivano. Yes, Angelo. And again, very early in the game, the next couple of minutes will give us a fair idea of what kind of strategy and game plan both sides would want to employ in the game. But Ghana maintaining their composure, keeping the ball in play very well. A few of the players who showed remarkable brilliance in that first match, let's keep eyes on them. Talking about the Black Starlets side. But Benin in all white would want to come forward. Here's an opportunity for the visitors. Can he get a decent cross into the 18-yard box? He waits for the support. The cross comes on, but it's outside the box. Bilal gets the foot to it. Chivanyo goes in to help with the tackle, and they will allow the ball to roll over the line for the first goal kick.
That's a great spell of possession from the Beninois. That's so well. In that first game against Cote d'Ivoire, we didn't see them possess this way. As you can see, their tails are up. They know that they have to win to still stay in the competition. That was a good build-up, trying to hold up play over there. Unfortunately, Kudin Zanu is making his first start in this game.
That's a long ball forward. They're looking for Chibano, the captain. Chibano maintains his composure, gets the ball, but he's been robbed of it. It's a throw-in advantage to the Twinkle Twinkle Little Starlets from Ghana, looking to make an entree into the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations, the Orange Under-17 Cup of Nations. Benin clear out nicely. Ball goes over the line, and the game will continue. And there's only 2 minutes played in the first half.
They seem confident, Benin. See, there's been a change of style of play because the dynamics seem to be different now. They know that it's an elimination game for them, and they just have to go for it. And this one, they know they're also coming up against a very, very resolute and free-scoring Ghana side.
Careful build-up. Head coaches of both sides on their feet as they observe proceedings from their dugout. It's a free kick advantage going to the Beninois team. It was Mohamed who got into that tackle.
Yeah, and it's Dean going head-to-head with Bukari over there. Bukari, quite a very, very swift player, very pacey, and a good dribbler as well. Seeing more of it this afternoon in that battle against Dean, who is playing as a left back.
Benin coming forward. Izudin getting a free kick for them, and that is first threat from a set piece for the Beninois. It's a long ball drilled in. Goalkeeper is called into action, and Ama will make a first-time save.
Saying his quality, Ama. Balls like this, it's never going to beat him. He's quite a very, very calm, composed goalkeeper.
Long ball in by Bilal, but it's been stopped. The midfield of the Ghanaian side is where a lot of action is expected to be. Defensively, they can rely on the likes of Ernest Ofori, who's the only entrant, the only player who's starting the game for the very first time. Benin have an injury worry.
Achipa, who is on the turf. That was a very, very hard challenge. Achipa trying to just go in hard with that ball. He knew it was a 50-50 ball, quite dangerous, and just look at that. Was able to lift it the first time, but just look at that. Struck his toes against, I think, the shin of Ofori. These two players didn't start in the first game for their respective countries.
All on your screen is the supporters, the Ghana supporters. They are here, there, and everywhere. We're seeing them here in Ghana. We will see them at the Orange Africa Cup of Nations for Under-17s. And should Ghana make it to the World Cup itself, they definitely will be there in their numbers. But definitely in the stands, we're going to see a lot more of what you're seeing on the screen. Lots of singing, the jama, accompanied with a little bit of the body jig here and there. So Ernest Ofori, what a way to announce his presence in the team. He's taking over from Abdoulaye Norte, who we understand picked a knock. And definitely will not be featuring in this game, at least as far as the first 11 is concerned. Starlets look for an opportunity to come forward. Both goalkeepers virtually on holiday. At least Ama has made a save, but we've not seen any reaction from the Beninois goalkeeper Mohamed Kachakolo.
He was also at his best in that game against Côte d'Ivoire a couple of days ago. Made some wonderful shot stops, good saves to keep Benin in the game until they conceded very, very late in that game, and he'll be hoping to replicate those performances this afternoon.
Starlets come forward. Is a long ball sent in by Gaffer. And as you notice, it's a careful build-up. These are young cadet players who are being taken through the rudiments of the game, and of course they play according to instructions. But Starlets have an opportunity as they come forward now. Ball comes with the near side. Theophilus Ayamga tries to get to Ofori. Ball doesn't go to Ofori, but the pressure is still low on the Beninois. Organize themselves in defense, but it's an opportunity for a shot to target. He opts to go through the middle. It's Ayamga still holding on to the ball. The opportunity has not reared its head. Ofori now. There are options on the near side. Ball comes to Bilal. Trying to go now deep through the middle. Referee gives an advantage.
Good play, impressive from the Black Starlets. Ayamga, you'd be asking why he didn't shoot that at the first time of asking. That's how they work their way, and you could see it was Ajavi playing more inverted, and that ball from Chivagno. And that was a good opportunity, promising play from the Black Starlets.
Kachikolo will now have to get himself very busy as he organizes the wall in front of him. Free kick to the Starlets. Behind the ball is Kagawa. As Mark Mensah. He might probably want to do the bend over the wall. If not, Captain Benjamin Chivagno also stands close, can be called into action. Here we go, free kick for Ghana. The idea was good, but it kept rising and rising, the effort from Kagawa.
Kagawa scored in that first game against Côte d'Ivoire with his weaker foot. This time on his stronger foot, just couldn't dial down target. That was a good technique.
And quickly head coach Lai Kingston will come out and encourage them. Under 17 football really has caught up with the rest of the continent. And we're going to see countries battling in qualifiers to gain entree into the Cup of Nations itself.
It would be fair to say the Starlets haven't really found their rhythm inside the first 9 minutes of this game. The build-up has been slow from them, but could also allude that to the fact that the stakes are quite low and they know that they have to keep it calm, not rush anything, just go about with the way they play, and maybe the goal will eventually arrive.
The stands gradually being filled up by fans who are trooping to the stadium to watch the best from these two countries. Don't forget, 7 countries from the WAFU Zone B are competing for honor and glory in this competition, and the 7 includes the reigning champions Nigeria. Also the likes of Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Niger, Togo, and Burkina Faso. Ghana on the offensive now. It's a long ball towards Chivagno. It's been headed away from him. Ayamga tries to go for it but can't get his foot to it. It eludes Ernest as well. It's picked up nicely by Bilal. Fans love the way the Starlets are keeping the advantage to themselves. And whilst doing so, trying to draw the Beninois out
finally seeing more of a JV. Just like in the first game, they just cut off supplies to him. They know how dangerous he can be, the captain of the Starlets.
Cuts through nice as he gets the opportunity to the 80-yard box again. The Benin are very alert. So far, Starlets have tried to weave their way through the middle. Hasn't worked. That's a long ball. But again, 𝗨𝟑𝟳 is a little bit late.
That could be the story all afternoon. The Black Starlets dominating possession. The Beninois is just trying to keep their shape each and every time they're on defense.
Beninois were trying to catch Ghana on the very fast one there. Pierre 𝗭𝗢𝗡 could not get to the ball. And Ama wants all the players to move up the field. That's a very deep one. Again, efforts thwarted by Beninois. Here's the captain, Angelo. Ernest will be penalized for pulling the shirt of Angelo.
Corey with that press into the center circle, fouls up Akomola.
Hilal alert to his duties as he prevented the ball from going past him. But the Beninois have an advantage. Lovely turn now. It's a one-on-one situation. Tries to go through the middle. Puts the ball behind his marker, but the shot is on target. A rebound! Side netting. Swift build up there.
Man of the match in the last game. Nabi, swift play from him. Just look at that sprint. That ball would have just missed it over there, but Mama Kagawa. It's the first time of asking, just hits that. And you could see Kachakolo trying to deal with that one. It was a bit difficult, that shot. Low straight at him though, but Nabi's connection was just lacking.
The outburst was fabulous as he turned the player inside out. What a goal that would have been. Once again, good effort from Joseph Nabi. Now here comes Ernest. Through the middle, they need to push men up front. Ernest will come and support. Here's Bilal. Bilal goes forward. He had a very good game in the first match, and I understand that his neighborhood of Mamprobi, where he plays for Banana Inn, they were all up in arms, giving him total support. Ball goes out, advantage will go to the visitors as they come forward. Showing quickly affected, the Beninois would want to create chances of their own as they come forward. And again, we've not seen the real intent from the Beninois, not just yet. Francis Adisa in your shot a while ago trying to turn the defense of Ghana inside out, but failed.
Referee asking for a retake. Feels that was a rolling ball. But then that has been their bane, and that has been their style as well, the Beninois. They struggled to dominate in that game against Côte d'Ivoire. They struggled to string passes together, and they just love to keep their shape. They just love to defend and just hit you on the break. So the Black Starlets playing with the Highland this afternoon should be very, very wary of that swift counter-attack from the Beninois.
Good ball control as the Beninois try to keep it in play. As Captain Benjamin 𝗨𝟑🳅. Ball pushed all the way back. The Beninois will be cautious in coming forward. They know the threat of the Ghanaians after the first couple of bursts on the right and one on the left by Joseph Nabi. Build up as cautious as ever. The Beninois would not take any prisoners as they put the ball out for an advantage throwing to Ghana.
That's Akibu, very strong lad from the great partnership with Sabam in the first game. They cleared everything that came their path until that goal that sang their hearts.
Ball controlled nicely by Ernest, but he needs to get the ball out of that dangerous position. Fortunately, he gets a free kick. And now there's a forceful effort now as it's pushed through. Unfortunately, that was a bit too strong from Bava. There's Captain Chivanyo. He's looking for opening spaces. The Ghanaians are still keeping their heads up whilst trying to look for that opening. Benin U17 seem to be covering their tracks very well, making it difficult for Ghana to go through. The moves have been threatening by the Ghanaians, but they've just not found that opening they're looking for. Good footwork by the Beninois as they come forward now. This should look good. Daring run as he brings it to the near side. Controlled nicely. Can he swing it in? Pierre does so very well, but a bit too strong. 16 minutes gone in the first half. They're still goalless. Thank you very much if you've just joined us. We're coming to you live on Max TV from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, where Benin and Ghana are facing off in a Group A match.
We've spoken about how they love to hit their opponent on the counter, Benin, and that was just a scare for the Starlets. They play with a highlight, but they need to be very, very on guard.
Kept in play. Ayamga and Co are fancying their chances of going through, so preventing the corner kick, but the Beninois take full control now, and eventually is ballooned away. So far, so good for the defensive pair of 𝗭𝗎 and Issa Abdul Rafiu. Effort from Rafiu was not the best, so he'll have another opportunity through 𝗭𝗎. Issa now comes to support. Benin have the advantage now. Tried a long shot from outside the midfield, but referee will give them the advantage. A little bit of jostling and heckling going on there.
The Starlets are enjoying possession, but they need to be very, very careful and mindful where they lose possession. You can see Zanu, who just won possession inside the center of the pitch, and that could have been a costly turnover.
Ball has been dispatched by Adisa, and then they switch play to the far side. Looks like Nabi can get to it. He goes and tears off again. He beats a second, lays on the pass through the middle. This should be it.
Too much quality. Superb goal, great goal, and Nabi, second time he's threatening in this game with that blistering pace. Just look at that. You'd be thinking he wasn't winning that, but he does. Goes around the second mark and lays that for Mark Kagawa, who nearly made a mess out of it. But that chip, and Kachakolo just wasn't going to save that. Just stood ball watching, but then Nabi does all the job. And that's his second assist in as many games. Just look at that chip. Audacious ball from Kagawa and these boys. It's just exciting watching them play, the Black Starlets.
Benin 0, Ghana 1, that's the scoreline. Mark Kagawa Mensah getting his name on the score sheet. And obviously, this should do his team at Trump De Visa Academy, a whole world of good academy team owned by former Ghanaian international Godwin Atram. as the Starlets come forward again. Kagawa seems to be the player that holds the fort for the Ghanaians.
Confidence is skyrocketing, the Starlets. See the way they are moving the ball around with so much confidence.
Yeah. He is once again very swift on the ball and thinks on his feet as well. I see a cross-section of his colleagues from Atram Devisa Academy cheering him on, of course making them proud as well, as Ghana come forward again. The last pass finds Captain Chivanyo, who does very well, holds on to it. Bafa finds his colleague. Through the middle now. And you notice, Josiah, that just after the goal, they're keeping it tight, they're keeping it careful as Ghana come forward again. Another opportunity for a shot on target. The avalanche of goals has begun.
A moment ago, we're talking about the pace with which they're playing with the Starlets, and already it looks like the floodgates have opened. Careful build-up, slow but precise, and Amyamga outside that 18-yard box just struck that one past Kachakolo, and they're in their groove now. We questioned the intensity, we questioned the hunger and desire, because they already have a foot in the next round, but it looks like they are now getting started. Ayamga, what a goal it was, just slotting that one past Kachakolo. Again, there was no way he was going to save that.
"22 minutes played in the first half. It's Benin 0, Ghana 2. And Benin definitely are under some amount of pressure. Pierre on the left-hand side of attack has an opportunity. Still has the ball, he goes round one. Tries the shot, is blocked. He has another opportunity, lays on the pass. It's cleared out nicely. Flag is up for the offside. Kingston's charges definitely in the driving seat early in this game. Benjamin Chivanyo, Theophilos Ayamga, and of course Mark Kagawa Mensah showing their class and their rhythm.
Perhaps when the coach spoke about the performance not being at the level he wanted, maybe that's what he was talking about. Maybe he was expecting more from his boys, and maybe now they have the instructions clear and they are playing to the coach's instructions, and you can see how they are just moving the ball around with so much ease and also precision. They've just been delighted to watching both games.
I think they're really playing to the coach's instruction. I remember during the halftime, he had a stern talk with the team in the dressing room and told them that your opponent is dominating you. You will have to dominate your opponent. And I think they're doing that, just that today. Lovely swing of the pass. And he's off again. Into the 18-yard box, drifts past one. But this time, Angelo says no. It almost looks dangerous and threatening when the Starlets go down that left flank.
It looks like their most dangerous player now has to be Nabi, who just keeps on making those runs, those darting runs, and the Beninois are not having answers to the questions he's been asking at the left-hand side of attack.
All rolls over the line. And for Joseph Nabi continuing the good work that he started in that 5-1 thrashing against La Côte d'Ivoire, where he got a brace. And the supporters, they are in Freeland now doing their own thing.
And they need to apply some pressure, Benin, on those two centre-backs. It looks like they started play for Ghana. There should be some amount of pressure on Bafai Nejusu.
Trickery this time from Kagawa did not work, but the advantage will still stay with the Black Starlets.
That's the support. He's not getting the support he needs. Achiba, you can see pressing alone becomes very difficult when you want to win the ball from these very good possessive-oriented side.
Pendulum swinging to the other end of the field, and 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘 does the needful as he blasts the ball out for a throw-in. "25 minutes played in the first half. It's Benin 0, Ghana 2. Ghana come forward yet again and is almost always threatening when they do so. Oh, controlled nicely by Ayamga, but then he goes down. Referee notice that and quickly will give Ayamga a free kick.
I think that was a good call, Ayamga. See the pressure coming from behind with his back facing the post of Benin. He had to try and maneuver his way. But there are a couple of contacts over there.
Shot of the VIP box where a couple of them are showing how elated they are at the progress so far made in the game. That's a free kick advantage to Ghana. And Mensah is behind the ball. Seems to be walking away, and so the honors will fall on Benjamin.
It's quite a distance to score from 𝗨𝟑𝟳 𝗤ualifiers.
Well, he's got power-laden boots, or power-laden feet, so he could try from a distance. But let's see how he goes. It's a free kick to Ghana. It's the captain. Not too far off. Effort was good.
Yeah, that's from about 35 yards out at 𝗨𝟑𝟳. That's what confidence does to you when you are two ahead in such a game. You feel anything will just work for you.
Ball will roll all the way into the safety possession of goalkeeper Michael Ama.
So that defensive setup of Benin that I think they really need to work on. They are just too allowing Ghana to play the way they want to play. They should allow that to happen. They need to force men out there. They need to press high up the pitch, put pressure on the two centre backs.
Well, so far so good for the Black Starlets. They look very confident and composed as they come forward and employing the long ball again. Can 𝗨𝟑𝟳 get to it? It's a bit too strong for him to do that. But again, it also tells you that they can be very creative with those long passes as they pick up men in open spaces. There's pressure on 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘, but it's cleared out before Sapon could get to the ball. Unfortunately, he has to fall way, way deep in midfield to help bring that ball forward. Talking about Benin's centre forward, Jordan Achikpa.
And it's the isolation got him frustrated, and you can see him dropping deeper into the centre midfield to try and, you know, have the feel of the ball. He really needs to warm himself into the game, but the deliveries are not coming, the services are not finding Achikpa.
We're looking for a corner kick. Game will continue with a free goal kick, quickly effected. This competition is actually serving dual purposes, acting as both a regional showcase as well as serving qualifying rounds for the prestigious Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Another opportunity coming the way of the Ghanaians, but Benin seem to be correcting their mistakes in defense, and so not giving the Ghanaians an opportunity, as it were, to go through their defense. Again, it will be a composed Ghana team that come forward slowly through buffer. Ball headed Fed into touch for a throw-in that is going Ghana's way. Water break for the team. Sun is quite high here, the temperatures are quite high as well. But of course, first 22 minutes, we've seen Ghana go into a commanding 2-0 lead. Does that change the face of things?
Yeah, it makes it a bit more difficult for Benin, who came into this game just needing at least a 1-0 win to advance to the next round. But it's been total dominant from Team Ghana. They've really showed their dominance, and it shows that that 5-1 victory over Ivory Coast wasn't just a fluke. That's why the head coach saying that they needed to play above the level they played in that game. They've really shown that they can play when they want to play. They've shown that they're a free scoring side, and we've seen those darting, blistering runs from Nabi at the left-hand side of attack, and also those long diagonal balls from Idris and also 𝗭𝗎 It's caused so many problems, and just look at that from Nabi, and you're not catching him well once he starts to accelerate. But then that chip from 𝗭𝗎𝗡𝗘 is just a world-class finish from him. But Nabi does all the job, and you can see this is what he's about. And he was a 2-goal hero in that game against Côte d'Ivoire, but then he just didn't leave it there. And just look at Kachakolo. There was no way he was going to save that, and that's how good they've been. And just look at this goal again from Ayamka, set up by 𝗭𝗎𝗡𝗘. They just love to play in between the lines, so it's difficult to track the runs. Just look at that, about 4 players trying to attack. It was a 4v3 situation over there. He wasn't just going to pass. He saw the goalkeeper, and he knew that he just had to pick his spot, and that was a good goal to score.
32 minutes gone in the first, and Ghana on the offensive once again. Poor ball control by Ernest, gives the ball away, but good recovery by Bilal. That's a very costly mistake. But Ghana cover their lines very well.
Speaking about pressure from Benin, they are not applying any at all. They just love it to keep that 4-5-1 shape. You know, sit a bit low and go for, you know, the mid press.
Referee gives a free kick. Yamga has been quite dynamic. Player from third force. Bilal brings the ball down. That's a mistake by Team Ghana. Quick reflexes from Michael Ama.
𝗭𝗎 a bit cocky over there.
Game will continue, and the Ghanaians would have to be very, very careful. A 2-goal advantage at this stage does not signify the end of the game. Ayamga trying to turn to control, but referee rather gives the advantage to L'Équipe Benin.
And that was the error over there. 𝗭𝗎 is saved by that good response from Michael Ama.
Ghana reorganize from defense, and then they come forward again. Bilal has been very, very busy in this first 34 minutes. There he is once again. Very key the role he plays, and he seems to be combining effectively with Captain Chivanyo, especially when there's that dash down. Joseph has been inch perfect with those timely runs down the left. Here the Starlets go forward once again. It's Mensah now with the ball. Laced on the pass as well. Good ball control as Ayamka brings it back. Chivanyo finds Bilal. Ernest comes into play a bit part through the legs, and the ball goes out for a throw-in.
Now they just want to dominate inside the third half and make the Beninois just chase shadows.
Here's Bilal. tried to open up the game, and that's some good thinking, but the delivery fell short of getting to its destination. Nicely recovered at the back. Sometimes the Ghanaians, a little bit of the over-elaboration and nearly putting them into trouble there. That was Isdeen earlier on. Nicely covered as Isdeen comes forward once again. This time it's a strong run by Ghana. Hamza Idrisu kept in play, nicely done. An opportunity is rearing its head for the Black Starlets. Ernest from behind. Benjamin Chivanyo is waiting at the extreme end of the 18-yard box. He comes back to Bilal. Obviously, the Beninois seem to have recovered from the first few lapses they made that got them conceding 2 goals through the middle. Quick thinking once again, but it was too close to goalkeeper Kachakolo.
And it's the men in middle, the midfield for Ghana. See how they crowd that midfield area, making it very difficult for the Beninois to break free over then. It's the right back and left back who play as inverted midfielders whenever they advance into the third half.
All those over the line, it's a throw-in advantage. We're into the last 9 minutes of the first half. Comfortable 2-0 lead for Ghana. There's Chivanyo. Chivanyo plays the 1-2 nicely with Ernest. Ernest comes in to help once again, and this time they will look for the long build-up from the rear. It's pushed forward. Yanga could not control that. Through the middle now. Ernest got his foot to it, but a bit too fast-paced, that pass.
Again, the isolation, no pressure again.
Faulty pass there from Ama, giving Benin the opportunity to come forward, but the ball is booted out. Safety first for the clearance. And again, this is where they need to be very, very careful.
We've seen flashes of errors from the Starlets in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
One from Bafa, the other is Dean. They really need to be careful when they're building up. Yeah, you need to stay confident. You want to dominate. You want to try it over and over again and perfect it. But sometimes you also need to be very wary of where you are before you lose the ball. It could be dangerous. And it looks like the Beninois are not that sharp like they were in that game against Côte d'Ivoire.
Group A action ongoing here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Ghana have played 1 match, they have 3 points. The Ivorians have played 2 matches, they have 3 points.